You know, it's one thing for CNN to use Reuters or AP or UPI or, you know, even Fox News or something like that as... Do they use Fox News on CNN.com? I wouldn't be surprised. It's one thing to use a news organization. But when CNN.com is using Oprah.com as a news source, yikes! So we have this story from Oprah.com that appeared on the CNN website, and here it is. In a new study conducted by marriage counselor M. Gary Newman, no doubt a regular guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show, it's estimated that 1 in 2.7 men will cheat. And most of their wives will never know about it. I did that. Gary documented these findings and many others in a groundbreaking new book. See, again, this is CNN.com. There shouldn't be any editorializing, but, of course, the Oprah press machine here puts out what is essentially a press release in the guise of a news story, and CNN reproduces it. A groundbreaking new book. We'll be the judge of whether it's groundbreaking or not. Yes, it's a book called The Truth About Cheating. Gary, we're on a first-name basis with Gary. This is Oprah.com. That being reproduced on CNN.com. CNN now using Oprah.com as a news service. Gary surveyed hundreds of faithful and cheating husbands to uncover the real reason some men stray. Gary, again, first-name basis, this is supposed to be a news story, says his work as a marriage counselor inspired him to write this book. He said, for over 20 years, I've been living along with women, counseling, seeing the devastation, and how overwhelming it is when they are cheated on, and what it subsequently does to the children and the family. Here are the findings. 92% of men said it wasn't primarily about the sex. Yeah, I know. And 50% of the people said they're voting for Barack Obama, too. 88% of men surveyed said other women were no better looking. Probably thought their wives were listening in or checking their email. It says here only 7% of men who strayed told their wives without being asked. So you heard those numbers, right? 92% of men said they didn't cheat primarily because they wanted the sex. 88% of men surveyed said the other women were no better looking than their wives. And only 7% of men who strayed told their wives without being asked. Well, by the way, Gary, since we're on a first-name basis, if it wasn't primarily about the sex, couldn't you have probed a little further to find out what it was about? And if you did probe about what it was about, why isn't that in this story? Oprah.com. Or is Oprah trying to sell more books for her friend Gary here? You gotta wonder. All right, 92% of men said they didn't cheat primarily because of the sex. All right, all you cheaters out there, now hear this. I want to know why you cheat. I don't need to know the details of the cheating. I don't need to know who you're cheating with. I just want to know why, because Gary left that out. Gary. It's marriage counselor M. Gary Newman. What's the M stand for? Mama's boy. Dean says moron. Who knows? All right. So if you're a cheater, or if you've been a cheater, let's find out why 92% of men said it wasn't primarily about the sex. If you have cheated, just keep it simple. Tell me the reason for it. What was your motivation? Why'd you do it? Why are you doing it now? Keep it simple. I don't need a big, long explanation. I don't need your whole life story. I just need to know why. So if you're a cheater, I want to know why you were motivated to cheat. Tell me now.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Leykis. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show, 1-800-5800-TOM. Hi, Ben. Why do you cheat? Matt, hello.
Hi, how you doing, Tom?
Great.
Hey, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in here and tell you that just like anything, man, when you have too much of anything, it turns into not too much of a good thing. You know, you look at, just take your favorite piece of candy, for instance. If you love eating the red kind and, you have it every single day and, maybe one day you want to try a different flavor, that flavor might be good just for the one time that you're actually having it. But, it's not necessarily your favorite. It's not necessarily the act of what you're doing, but it's just something different. And I think that's, one of the biggest keys, especially in the study that you're looking at. 96%, you said, were people that didn't even have anything to do with the sex. I think it's a lot of the chase. It's a lot of, taking a look at exactly what...
Yeah, wait a minute. If you like the chase, why'd you get married?
I think that you get lovesick and you get that, a lot of people get married within a year, and I think the honeymoon stage wears off after they get married, and that's why, there's a lot of people that don't get married now is because, they stick it out for after that honeymoon stage, and they're just like, wow, I shouldn't be doing this. But, yeah, I mean, why should they get married? Why did they get married? Yeah, exactly. But, I think it just comes to the time where things get a little bit stagnant and, you want to try something different just because you
Wait a minute, you're 24 years old. How stagnant can it be?
Hey, you can be in relationships for a long time, and I'm a very strong believer in...
Why not get out?
I just got out 2 weeks ago from one, and it was for the same reason, and I know exactly what you're saying, man, and, you preach exactly what people need to hear.
Thank you for that. Denny on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom, what's up? Well, it's simple on my part of why I cheat. My girlfriend doesn't have the biggest boobs ever, but just last weekend I actually cheated on her, and I cheated on the girl with the hugest boobs I could find.
So why don't you just not be with a girlfriend?
Oh, well, this is why, because she's a pretty smart girl, and she's already, like, up in the ranks in college and stuff, so I'm just being smart about it. And like,
what are you getting out of that?
What was that?
What are you getting out of that?
Oh, well, we're both trying to be financially secure for the future, and we're just trying to be cool. But, I mean, just once in a while, you just got to...
Why don't you find a financially successful woman with big boobs?
Oh, man. Well, because I'm more of an ass guy, but you need boobs sometimes.
You didn't answer my question.
Because girls with ass and boobs at the same time just don't look right, and I'd rather have the ass.
So if you'd rather have ass, why don't you have a girlfriend with ass or a girl? Why do you have to be in a relationship? Like, for example, why can't you be successful financially on your own?
Well, I am pretty successful right now, but like you get to be better off with someone else.
But you're not, because if you get divorced, you have to split everything down the middle anyway.
Well, I'm not married, though.
So.
No,
but then you don't have her money, she has her money, and you have your money.
Yeah, well, she's pretty smart. We're both signing prenup. We're cool about that.
But why do you need to get married?
Well, we don't. We weren't even talking about it.
So why do you need to be with someone? I don't get it. You're not good enough on your own?
No, well, I mean, I like the girl a lot. She's cool, but, I mean, I'm telling you, you just need those boobs sometimes,
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me, but what can I say? That's your problem. We're trying to find out why guys cheat. If it's not for the sex, what is it? Tom, hello.
What's up, Tocayo? How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good to talk to you, Tom. My reason is pretty simple. I'm not married. I'm playing house with somebody. We have a 2-year-old son together. And my reason is just for the simple nags too much. And after a while, I get tired of hearing the nagging, so I'll go out to a bar, meet a girl, whatever, and pursue something there just to kind of, like, distract myself away from the nagging, you know? So I'm listening to your other callers when what they're saying as far as, you know, why be
Why
with
do you
that person.
tolerate nagging, by the way? I mean, I have a zero-tolerance policy for that.
You know, I do too, Tom. It works really, really good as far as, you know, when it starts, I usually just walk away, tune her out, and so forth. But
no, when I say I have a zero-tolerance policy, I mean you can't live in my house and do that.
Yeah, you know, if her name wasn't on the title for the house that we bought together.
Why'd you let that happen?
You know, Tom, honestly, when the whole thing first kicked off, I was one of those guys that believed in, you know, love and marriage and stuff like that. And then I started listening to you, and then other things happened in my life, and I just said to myself, man, I wish I would have discovered Tom years ago instead of months ago. So I'm pretty much just dealing with what I got and dealing with it fine. Honestly, I can walk away, but the fact is, I really, really love my son to death, and I love seeing him every single day. And I hear horror stories of men who, you know, split up with their, you know, kid's mom, and they see their kid 2 times a week, maybe 3 times max, and that's not something that I want to deal with right now. So I'll deal with it, you know.
So you'll deal with it by cheating on his mother?
I'm sorry?
You'll deal with it by cheating on his mother?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Andrew on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Just wanted to agree with the last Tom that called. Can you hear me?
Unfortunately, I can.
Tom, I'm the same way, man. I'm just dealing with a bunch of crap at home. My wife is a good mom, but unfortunately not a good wife. And, you know, I had the opportunity this past week. Unfortunately, I had to go to Las Vegas for, you know, some, you know, family problems and stuff like that. But the bottom line is this. The bottom line is that I really can't deal with her crap no more. And she's good as far as, you know, just taking care of the kids and stuff like that. I have 2 boys, a 2-year-old and 3-year-old, and pretty much I just can't deal with it anymore. It's just, you know, I'm at the borderline where, you know, I can do it. I'm a good-looking guy. I'm a contractor, and I'm making pretty good money, and not good as money as you are. But at the same time, it just, you know, what am I going to do? And that's the reason why I want to cheat. Pretty much want to cheat. So
you're going to live the rest of your life this way?
The rest of my life is pretty much just figuring out what I want to do, man.
But no, wait a minute. Are you going to stay married the rest of your life?
I'm not married.
You got to stay living with this? You told Dean you had a wife.
Well, yeah, actually, because I've been with her for like 5 years, and we lived in the same house, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. You know, she's my wife only because of the fact that I've been with her for so long, 5 years, just, you know, living together for a couple extra years, you know, just being together. And I've only had 2 relationships in my life there, Tom. One from high school and then this one. So I thought that I was basically just trying to, you know, be the good guy and, you know, do the things that, you know.
Don't you know by now that no good deed goes unpunished?
I know. Honestly, I know, Tom. And I'm feeling it right now. And, you know, I feel bad because of the fact that she's a good mom. But at the same time, it's like I lost, you know, 10 years of my life with 2 relationships. And I'm a good-looking guy. I make almost.
But you had no confidence? You couldn't stand to be alone? You had no game? What?
I didn't have no game. Because of the fact that I was, you know, just basically I was just trying to. I had 2 relationships, Tom. I'm 29 years old. I had 2 relationships since I was 15 years old.
That's pretty bad, Andrew. I would have advised against that. I'll tell you that. Chris on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing? First time, long time.
Thank you.
Well, my reason is I'm just basically not attracted anymore towards my girlfriend. I mean, I've been with her for like 3.5 years, man. And
so why stay with her?
I don't know, man. That's what everybody's always telling me.
Well, if everyone's telling you that, they're probably right.
I know, Tom. I mean, I've been listening to you for a while now, and you know what I mean? And I'm almost there, man. It's just, I feel so attached to her, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Why?
What, you feel attached to her for what reason? You're not attracted to her. What's the attachment?
I mean, I hate to say I do love her, you know what I mean?
Well, you're an idiot. If you love her, why aren't you attracted to her?
I don't know, Tom. I mean, that's the reason why I cheat, man. I mean, I just recently cheated on her like a week ago. I met a girl at a party, and...
But wait a minute. So you're humping this other girl, and you're thinking, boy, I love my girlfriend.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't make sense, man. I guess I'm just kind of confused. I mean...
No, you don't have the guts to break up with her. That's what it is. You don't have any balls.
That's true. I agree with that.
So why don't you grow some balls and break up with her?
I need to. I think that's what I need to do.
Or would you rather hurt her feelings by having her find out?
I do. I just got to grow some balls, Tom. I mean, I ain't got no father figure, and you're my father figure, you know what I mean? So
go home tonight and end it.
Go home and end it, just like that, huh?
Yes. What's the matter? You afraid?
I mean, we've been kind of taking a break too. It's been a week now since we've been in this big break, and it's not.
So tell her it's over.
You know what, Tom? I think I will do that. I think I will do that, and I will call you and let you know what happens.
I hope you will.
All right, Tom. Can you take me out?
I'm going to take you out right now. Carlos on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Doing great.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you.
Hey, and, you know, I don't agree. I think that the 92% of people, of men that cheat, other than because their wife doesn't give them sex, that's a lie. You know, I do it because, you know, I've been married for 10 years, and, you know, when we were dating, everything was great. You know, sex is great anywhere, anytime. And once you get married, you know, you're on your honeymoon for that first year, and it still goes the same, and after that, it just stops.
So why'd you tolerate that?
Well, you know, it's gotten to the point where I'm not anymore. I've talked to her about it, and I've told her, you know...
Yeah, but how many years have you been tolerating it?
9 years.
These are years you're never getting back, pal.
9 years I've been putting up with it, you know? And it's always an excuse, you know? There's always excuses, you know? And before I told her, I said, when we were dating, you know, you never had an excuse. Anytime, anywhere, didn't matter who was there.
And what was the reason? What'd she tell you?
Well, you know, we have 3 kids now, and it's, you know, the kids, and we don't, you know, there's no room, there's no time or nowhere to do it. And it's like, you know, we have locks on the doors. It's like, there's no excuse. Or, you know, I have a headache, or, you know, it's that
now,
time
you
of the
know,
month.
after you leave, she's going to go to the gym, get back in shape, which she hasn't been for years, and then she's going to be having sex with somebody else, somebody she is attracted to.
Well, you know, she says she's attracted to me, but at the same time, I tell her, if you're attracted to me, then why aren't we having sex?
Well, she's lying to you. If she was attracted to you, she'd be riding you like a pony.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, yeah, you're right. No,
which she will be riding the next guy like a pony. And she's going to weigh 25 pounds less, too.
That, you know, I wouldn't doubt it, you know, and you know, it's true. I mean, I've had other friends, the same thing happened to them, you know. It was anytime, anywhere, always before they got married. Once they got hooked, stopped happening, you know. So, you know, these guys saying that they're not doing it because their wives aren't giving them sex, that's a lie. That's not true. I mean, I don't see any other reason why a guy would do it. You know, if you're getting it at home and you're happy, there's no reason for you to go look for it somewhere else.
I agree with that. Keaton on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tom? I'd like to tell you, first of all, I love you. You're a father to me. And the reason why I do what I do is because you got to mix it up. There's girls out there that like certain things, and I like doing certain things.
But why do you need a girlfriend?
Because you need a place to sleep at night, you know?
Don't you have an apartment?
What was that?
Are you too much of a loser to be able to pay your own rent?
Well, right now I am a loser. Yeah, I don't have...
so why don't you get a roommate?
Well, because I just started a new job, and I need to save up. And then,
why? So who are you living with?
My girlfriend right now.
Well, wait, are you living with her parents?
Exactly, yeah.
You're living at your girlfriend's parents' house? You are a loser.
Right now. My girlfriend's parents right now. I'm the biggest loser, I'm telling you, Tom.
Where are your parents? Where are your parents?
My mom and dad got a divorce. My mom, she has no room, and my dad just got sick, so he's living with my sister. He's unable to work. We were living with him my whole life, but he got sick. Enough with that. But you can't beat free rent. The reason you can't beat... So
you have a girlfriend to get free rent. You're essentially a rent gigolo.
Exactly. But I am planning on moving out. I don't plan on being a rent gigolo my whole life.
I'm planning on being on the cover of GQ.
What was that?
I'm planning on being on the cover of GQ, and after that, I'm planning on building a ladder to the moon.
You deserve it. There you go. I want I'd like to follow you up for that ladder, but yeah, my girl doesn't like certain things. You got to have certain things, and like you said, the percentage of guys that cheat are what was that, 47 or no? It was 2 to 1 point or 2 to 1 point or 1.
What are you asking me? What? Where are you getting these numbers from? 92% of men said they don't cheat primarily because of sex.
Right, one out of 2.7. Is that correct?
No, 92%.
No, I'm saying in the beginning of the show when you said that there was one out of
2.7 men will cheat. Yes.
Exactly. So, and then the divorce rate is about 50% in this country, correct?
Yes, it is.
I would put a bet on it that it's opposite, that the people that aren't getting cheated on are divorced because the marriage is stale. Now, if a guy goes out and mixes it up, he still has that sex appeal, and he knows he has that sex appeal. So when he goes home, the woman feeds off that sex appeal, and that's why the relationship ends.
So you're doing her a favor? You go out and cheat, and therefore you're better in the sack with your girlfriend?
You're more confident in the sex. Oh. I'm not saying you're better. You're more confident because you know that you still have that sex appeal.
I see. Well, why don't you tell her why you're doing so great in the sack? Because you're out there practicing on others, so you can be better for her.
Sleeping on the street,
honey.
Tom. They're sleeping on the street, Tom. You don't have a place to stay. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my God, a rent gigolo. Unbelievable. James on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how you doing, brother?
Doing great, James.
Hey, I've been married 10 years. I'm 36 years old. My wife is my absolute best friend in the whole world. There's no one I like to spend time with more. My problem is, when I married her, actually we started dating about 2 years before we got married. And when we started dating, when we got married, she was about 130. Right now, 10 years later, she's about 310.
Why did you allow that to happen?
It's an actual physical condition, and she works out regularly, does the best she can with everything. We've been to many doctors.
She works out regularly? What would she be like without working out?
Oh, yeah. She would be like you, me, and everyone else.
Oh, the humanity.
But, yes, there's nothing I enjoy better than spending time with her. She's my best friend in the whole world. We enjoy everything together, but I'm sorry.
Except sex.
I'm a successful man. I own 2 restaurants.
So do you roll her in flour and look for the wet spot?
Sometimes, about 3 or 4 times a year.
Really? 3 or 4 times a year?
It's Christmas,
this is your best
and
friend.
Anniversary.
So you cheat on her?
I have needs that I'm like I said.
I'll take that as a yes. Now, this is your best friend. Does your best friend know everything about you?
Almost.
Almost, except that you cheat on her.
Yes.
And do you have other friends who know you cheat on her?
No, I don't.
Nobody knows?
No.
Just the women you cheat with?
Exactly. Like I said, I'm a semi-successful man. I own 2 restaurants. I make, high 6 figures. Hopefully in the next year I'll be.
Why don't you go into the health club business and get out of the restaurant business? That's for starters.
I should. I really should. But there's no other reason. I'm one of those 8%ers that it is for no other reason than sex. That's the only reason.
So you're part of the 8%.
I'm part of the 8%. There's no other reason. She gives me absolutely everything, but I'm sorry, you're a man. You understand men have needs, and it is what it is.
When I've been in a relationship, I have cheated, yes, but ultimately, I get out. I never planned on staying forever. If I was dissatisfied, I was just trying to figure out the escape route.
I would if she gave me one other reason, but there is nothing else.
That's a pretty important reason. I mean, you not only have to have sex with other people, you have to lie to her about it.
You're right. Yes, I do. I have to explain where I'm at. But when it comes down to it, if I could live the rest of my life without sex, I would be a happy person, because everything else is, if everything else, I mean, if I could live completely without it, if that was a no priority, I could live happy with everything else, because everything else about her is exactly what I love and what I've married. But because of her physical condition and what she has put on, I'm no longer physically attracted to her.
Does she know that?
She does, and
because you've told her.
No, we've
Honey, you're 310 pounds now, and you know what that means.
I built a personal gym out there, and she works out regularly. She's probably the absolute most fit person of her size.
Fit but fat.
But she is bigger than what I expect and I enjoy, and that is the only reason. Other than that, she is the perfect person for me. Other than that, she is perfect for me.
But that makes for a great best friend.
I'm sorry?
That makes for a great pal.
It does. She's also the mother of my children, and I love her for it. But we've done everything that we can for that, and I still.
How many kids had she had before you realized she was going to balloon up like the Michelin Man?
Well, she actually had 2, and then she gained her size back both times, and then she suffered a physical issue, went in for surgery.
What issue is that?
She had a cyst that was
180 pounds.
Do what?
Did you have a 180-pound cyst?
Right. It was roughly the size of a small Nerf football that has continuously grown and become into a cancerous form, and she's gone through a lot of treatments for it, and by that she loses her libido. I've lost my appeal, and... But you
haven't told her. She just believes you only want sex 3 times a year.
No, she knows. She doesn't know that I have been with other people.
No, but do you tell her that you're not attracted to her anymore?
Yes, we have actually talked about it.
And what do you have to do? Do you have to, smoke crack or something to get excited to have it those 3 times a year?
No, but Budweiser is my best friend.
Budweiser. There you go. What's that line in the email, making ugly women look beautiful for over 200 years? What does it say?
Last night I went to bed at 2 with a 10, but at 10 I woke up with a 2.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Ouch.
Right? I mean, but like I said, she's my best friend. I love her to death. There's nothing else in this world I enjoy doing than spending time with her. But when it comes time to be romantic, or when I feel that I'm in the mood, then I have plenty of let's just say...
By the way, how do you decide on those nights? Those 3 nights, do you put them in your BlackBerry? How do you know when those 3 nights are going to be?
Okay, it's real simple, Tom. There's her birthday, there's our anniversary, and there's Christmas.
Not even Valentine's Day?
Yeah, Valentine's Day is the day, I work Valentine's Day.
That's 4 days.
No, I work Valentine's Day. We'll figure something else out.
And do you need like Cialis or Viagra or something to get this going?
No, just large quantities of beer.
That's it. And even she starts looking good.
Even she does.
Really? And do her boobs look bigger at least?
Oh, they are huge. I got to give her that. They are enormous. I love them. They're great. They've gotten much bigger as time has gone on.
So you got the Nerf football and 2 big fun bags.
Yes.
And some saddlebags, some meat curtains.
Pretty much. Looks like, I don't want to start knocking her, because she's a great person, but if I was to describe it, her walking around in a dress looks like a couple of pigs fighting under a sheet.
Oh my God.
Like it. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show coming to you from Hollywood at 1-800-5800-TOM. According to one of Oprah's lackeys, marriage counselor M. Gary Newman, it's estimated that 1 in 2.7 men cheat, but 92% of men said it wasn't primarily about the sex. Okay, what is it about? Matt on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, how's it going, Tom?
Doing okay, Matt.
All right. Well, about 2.5 weeks ago, everything came to a head, just couldn't deal with any more nagging, any more fighting, bitching, any of that stuff. And, it was just about time. I'm a good-looking guy. I've had plenty of opportunities. I've put a lot of it behind me, and, it just came to a head. It was time. And funny thing is, we had a real bad fight. She took off for the night, but, it's happened quite a few times. And
you left an important part of the mix out here, Matt. You told Dean what you didn't tell me, and that is, this is not a girlfriend. This is your fiancé.
Correct.
So she did all that, and of course you broke off the engagement, right?
Well, you know what? This is the funny part. She took off, and I had a little thing at my house, and got some, and she ended up walking in the next morning, finding the girl in the bed with me.
So what happened?
And you know what? She got real mad. She took off, everything else. I didn't talk to her for a few days. And when I did finally talk to her, she, blew me away, said, well, why didn't you tell me you wanted to get with other girls? And I said, well, that kind of the opposite of what you would want to tell someone.
Well, wait a minute. You tell me two different things. First, you tell me that she was nagging you and harassing you. You're also telling me that she thinks that the reason you split up was because you wanted to be with other girls. Which was it?
Well, I couldn't deal with the fighting, everything else. That's why she had left. That's why, we were kind of separated for a night or two at the time. But, funny thing, the nagging stopped now at this point. She found out that I wanted to be with other girls, and now she's pursuing trying to make it happen with both of us.
Well, why do you need to get married, may I ask?
I'm sorry?
Why do you need to get married?
Well, not necessarily that I do need to get married.
Well, you're doing it, so why do you need to do it?
I guess I don't.
So why are you doing it?
As well?
If you don't need to do it, why are you doing it?
I guess I can't answer that. I think
Wait. You're going to make the biggest decision of your life. And when I ask why, you can't even tell me why?
Well, I do love her very much, like I said. But
you love her very much. So when you were plowing this other girl, were you thinking about how much you loved your fiancée?
No, I was not, actually.
Right. So you don't love her that much.
Okay.
So why are you getting married to her?
You know what? That's probably something that maybe I should reevaluate.
Maybe you should. Robert on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tom? Man,
Not
I want
much.
to tell you my story, man. Hey, I'm 24 years old. I'm going out with a 25-year-old girl. And the reason I cheat, because I love doing it just for the thrill of getting caught. That's all I'm doing it for.
So you don't care if she catches you and then breaks up? We're on the zero-tolerance policy here, unfortunately. Yeah! The S word has not been approved yet for broadcast radio or television, so you're out. You are out. Maria of the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Maria.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great. I was calling to put my little input on this. I think men cheat because, well, my husband cheats because I gained weight and I nag him.
So you know he cheats?
Yes, I do.
How do you know?
Well, I've seen text messages. I've heard messages on his cell phone and things like that.
So you have his, his password to his voicemail?
I do.
Did he give it to you or did you hack in?
I kind of hacked in.
All right. You guessed what his password would be?
Yes.
What was it, 1, 2, 3, 4?
It was.
There we go. Boys, I hope you're learning from this, all of you with 1, 2, 3, 4 as a password.
Boys, listen up. It really
Change that tonight.
We figure it out all the time.
Unbelievable. All right, so you figured out, did you confront him about it or you just decided to live with it?
Both. Actually, I've confronted him about it, but I'm still with him.
And you're with him because you're afraid you couldn't find anyone else?
No, not really.
Because you have a kid with him and you're afraid that somebody wouldn't accept your kid?
A little bit of everything. It's just my son loves him very much, and I do too, and I feel that maybe we can work it out.
Well, why do you nag him so much?
you know, once we got married really young, we were 22.
Big mistake.
Yes, and we thought we loved each other. I mean, I love him very much, but it's just not easy once you're married. Everything changes.
Including your body. Why'd you gain so much weight?
I don't know. After I had my son, actually, I went back to my regular size. I've always been a size 5. And, well, after I had him, You
thought because you were married you didn't have to compete anymore.
It's true. It's true. And it's not so. We have to...
Because I know if he left you, you'd find your way to 24-hour fitness or Bally's, whatever, and you'd begin there working out.
It's true. I want to do it for him. I don't ever find the time to do it.
Well, you'd find the time if he left you.
It's true. It's true.
So if you're really serious about this, darling, it's time to go sign up tomorrow.
Okay.
If you really feel that way. You know, I go to a gym in Hollywood, and I will tell you that when I am there, who do I see? Single women, divorced women,
right.
Women who just broke up with their boyfriend. How many married women do I see there? None. Because they all have the attitude you have. That's why I knew the answer.
Oh, gosh. And, you know, you're always right about everything. You know that, right?
Well, I don't know, but I hope so.
I think so.
But, you see, I know. I talk to people. And I saw one married woman there, and she was there with her husband, and they were working out together. They were helping each other work out. I saw that once in 7 years.
That's terrible. And, you know, he tells me he wants me to lose weight. I used to be really pretty, Tom. I mean, big boobs, really thin, gorgeous looking. And I'm still pretty, but I've gained 20 pounds. And I just don't feel as attractive anymore. And
but even if you just did 45 minutes 3 days a week on a treadmill,
it's true.
You could make that a lot better than it is.
It's true.
So, I mean, if you really want to work things out with him, don't you think that makes a lot of sense?
It does. It does. And I know that I'm responsible for that. And that's why I've confronted him about it. But I know that I have to work on it as well.
I mean, again, you will have to work out if he leaves you.
Right.
Why wait till then?
You're right. I don't want to.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck, Maria.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Hector on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Doing great.
Tom, my reason for cheating is a little bit more primal, I guess you could say, than all the other cats that are calling in. I do it because I can, man. I got a great-looking wife at home. She does all the domestic stuff, you know, top-notch. Takes care of herself, her body, the house, all that good stuff. I mean, my career is hitting stride. I own a successful business.
Why do you need to be married at all?
I guess I should have prefaced my story by saying I was born and raised in Mexico, and I've recently become a U.S. citizen.
So you need to be married to get a green card?
No, not at all. Not at all. She's actually Mexican still. We didn't do any of that paperwork stuff yet.
So why did you need to get married?
I guess it wasn't so much of a need as more of a want. You know, I'm successful. I do what I want. I come and go as I please. And I wanted that domestic stuff taken care of. It's that, I guess, just that.
But you understand, if you're that successful, you can hire a domestic employee who costs a lot less than a wife.
Yeah, I totally understand that. But I guess it's kind of I get what I want kind of thing, you know?
Until you get caught.
Even if I get caught, I mean, she comes from a family with a history of I guess, men who do what they want. My father-in-law is a truck driver by profession. I mean, need I say more? I mean, he does his fair share of driving around town. So, I mean, my justification for it to myself is just, I do what I can because I do what I want because I can. You know, it's easy. I'm successful. And it's easy. I do it because I can.
Do you tell her?
No. There's some conversations you can have with your wife and some conversations you have with Tom Leykis and your buddy.
Has she ever caught you?
No.
Has she ever gone through your pockets or your cell phone or your email account or any of that?
No, it only takes a little bit of a brain to be able to do it without getting caught. I mean, it's, you know, if you get caught, I think it's because you wanted to get caught. You know, it only takes a minute amount of brain power to not get caught at something.
All right, Hector, thank you for that. Let me get Marie on here before the hour's up. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Great.
Oh, these people. I just can't believe this. These people are so pitiful. They are so pitiful, and they're scuzzballs. And I feel sorry for them because I don't think that they think they deserve to be happy. I was married 5 years ago. I got a divorce because my sex drive was higher than my husband's. And I thought, no way am I going to live like this.
I wish we could say the S word on the air. Yeah! Well, we have a zero-tolerance policy here. Our email address, tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.